Welcome to today's practice. My name's Paula. Today's flow is really focused on the shoulders and just creating a little bit of that extra mobility into the upper body. So let's make a start straight away. You can stand at the top of the mat. I'm just going to turn here so I can face you. Let's just start with the feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, so that number 11 shape if you look down to your feet. And then bring the palms of hands together into your prayer position, just beneath the breastbone, and then close down the eyes. We'll just take these first few moments just to settle into the breath and settle into the body. Just feeling into the soles of the feet. Just maybe noticing that little bit of swaying, maybe forward and back or side to side. That tiny little bit of movement that continues to happen even in stillness. Just making sure that you're not locking out through the knees, so a little soft bend or a little soft release behind the knees. And start to press down through the feet as you drop the tailbone down and lengthen up through the crown of the head. Just letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Just one more time like that. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just coming back to breathing in and out through the nose. And then let's gently open up the eyes, releasing the arms down by the side. Palms facing forward, press down through the feet. Let's reach the fingertips out. Take an inhale. Palms and hands come together at the top here. As you exhale, you can soften through the knees if you need to here. Release all the way forward down into your Uttanasana. Let the head relax down. Let's take a halfway lift. Hands can come to the shin bones. Crown of the head reaches forward, and then as you exhale, soften through the knees, drop the sitting bones down and take a spine roll to come all the way back up to standing. So the head is the last thing to come up. Press down through the feet, reach out through the fingertips. Inhale, looking up towards the thumbs as the palms of hands come together, and then exhale, forward fold into your Uttanasana. Letting the head relax all the way down, keeping the knees as bent as you need to. Head is relaxed, and then take an inhale into your halfway lift. Hands come to the shins or to the thighs, crown reaching forward. And then exhale, soften through the knees. Drop the hips down, take a spine roll to come all the way up to standing. We'll do that one more time. Press down through the feet. Inhale, reach the hands up. And then exhale, forward fold. Maybe you can keep the legs a little bit straighter this time. Let the head relax down. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. You might be able to keep the fingertips or the palms of the hands down. And then exhale, fold. Drop the hips down and take a spine roll to come all the way up. And this time, let's just leave our arms down by our sides. We're going to keep a soft bend through the knees and start to take a twirl through the fingers. So we're going to go pinky finger, fourth finger, middle finger, index finger, thumbs. So we're just trying to twirl out through the fingers. Try to feel into each finger, reach out and take them up towards the ceiling at the same time. So we're turning them and we're taking them up to the ceiling. Okay, so let's keep going all the way up, all the way up. Take one more inhale and then interlace the hands behind the head, straightening through the legs. We're going to press the palms of the hands away to the right and look over to the left. And then take an inhale, come back to center, exhale, press the hands over to the left as you turn the head to look to the right. And then inhale, one more time, exhale, press the palms of the hands to the right, looking to the left. We're just gonna hold it here for a couple of breaths. Lower ribs in, that right shoulder forward. And then inhale, come back to center, release those arms, soften through the knees. Let's take a forward fold into our Uttanasana again. Let the head relax down. Take an inhale into your halfway lift, navel in, exhale, fold. Soften through the knees, take a spine roll to come up. Once again, leave those arms down by your side. We're gonna go for that again. So just gonna take that twirl through the fingers. Pinky finger, fourth finger, middle finger, index finger, thumbs. So trying to work through each of those fingers, that little soft bend through those knees so we're not locking out through the knees.
Easy, easy breathing, reaching up towards the ceiling. One more big breath, reaching up, and then interlace the fingers behind the head, taking an inhale. And this time you're going to press the hands over to the left, palms of hands facing out, looking over to the right. And then inhale, come back to center, and then exhale over to your right. And then inhale, center, and then over to your left. And let's hold it here this time. Try to press the thumb side of the hands away from you. Lower ribs in, open breathing. And then inhale, come back to center. Release those arms down. I'm going to step to the top of the mat. Join me if you're not already there. Feet can stay slightly apart. Keep them parallel. Reaching down through those hands. Crown of the head reaching up. Take the hands forward, hook the thumbs, reach the hands up, drop the tailbone down, take an inhale, lift the sternum up, lift through the front of the body, maybe lift the eyes, and then as you exhale, feel free to bend through the knees if you need to. Take the hands back behind the back as you come into your Uttanasana. So we're going to interlace through the fingers. You might need to keep your wrists slightly apart, but if you can, try to work those palms of the hands together and take the hands away from the back. Let the back of the neck relax. Find the breath. Taking one more full breath, inhale. As you exhale, see if you can bring those hands a little bit further away from you. And then gently release those hands. Come into your halfway lift. Take an inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold back down, soften through the knees, step the right leg back, coming into your sprinter's lunge. You can come up onto the fingertips here. Sternum's reaching forward. Charge up the back of the right thigh, taking an inhale. As you exhale, plant the palm of the right hand down flat, and let's peel open that left arm up towards the ceiling. Reaching that left hand up. Try to lift away from that bottom hand, taking one more inhale. And then exhale, bring that left hand back down, stepping back into plank pose. Finding your plank, press down through the knuckles of the hands, press the backs of the thighs up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. We're going to take our knees, chest, chin down. So we're going to come down, knees, shift the hips back slightly, keep the elbows in. We dive the chest in between the hands, squeezing the elbows in. So bum is up in the air. And then we're going to release those hands down by the sides of the body, palms facing down, and then release the belly down. Release the tops of the feet down. Feet can come together. And then take an inhale, coming into your Shalabhasana. Press down through the tops of the feet. Reach the fingertips back. Back of the neck is long. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down just underneath the shoulders, and you can come up into a bit more of a baby cobra, elbow squeeze in through your tabletop position and then into down facing dog. Tuck the toes under and settle into your down dog. Let the back of the neck be relaxed. Steady the gaze in between the ankles. Pressing down through the inner edges of both hands. Just one more breath here. Take an inhale, reach that right leg up into your three-legged dog. As you exhale, curl the knee in towards the chest, lift with the belly to step that right foot forward in between the hands. Use your hand to take it forward if you need to. Drop down to that left knee, top of the left foot down, and sweep the arms up into your Anjaneyasana. Just take a moment to settle in, reaching the fingertips up. And then let's interlace the hands at the base of the head. Thumbs are pointing down. So you try to relax the shoulders away from the ears and draw those lower ribs in and use your hands to try to lengthen the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel this a little bit more in your left hip flexor. And now keep dropping the tailbone down, lift the sternum up, little baby back bend, take an inhale. And then exhale, draw the belly button in, C-curve the upper spine forward. And then inhale, maybe let the hips go forward a little bit, sternum reaches up. And then exhale, little C-curve here. One more time, inhaling, sternum lifts up. And exhaling, little C-curve. And then inhaling, lifting up. This time, let's reach those fingertips up and back, circle them all the way back, bring the hands down, frame the front foot, and then starting to straighten this right leg, coming into your Ardha Hanumanasana here. Take an inhale, crown of the head reaching forward, and then exhale, folding down. If you can, a little bit more, you might be able to walk your hands a bit further forward. Find the breath. Just noticing if there's any space to soften on the exhale. And then on your next inhale, let's bend into that front leg, tuck the back toes under, lifting that back knee off, stepping forward into your Uttanasana. Feet slightly apart or together, your choice. Let the head relax down, soften through the knees, hook the thumbs, press down through the feet, reach the hands up, drop the tailbone down, take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana, bending the knees if you need to. Interlace the hands behind the back. You might try to swap the interlace around and then trying to straighten those arms if possible. Heels of hands reaching for one another. Crown of the head is relaxed. Find the breath. Taking one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. See if there's any more space to take those arms a bit further away from you. And then gently release those hands down. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins. And then exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Step the left leg back. Coming into your sprinter's lunge here. Onto the fingertips. Charge up the back of that left thigh. Sternum's reaching forward. And then plant the left hand down and take that right arm up towards the ceiling. So you're reaching up through the right fingertips. Open breathing in and out through the nose. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back down, stepping back into your plank position. Taking an inhale, crown of the head reaching forward. Once again, knees down, hips slightly back so then you can dive your chest in between the hands. Squeeze the elbows in. Release the hands down by your side, palms facing down. Release the belly down, tops of feet down, feet together, and inhale to come into your Shalabhasana variation here. Press down through the tops of the feet. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Bringing those hands just underneath the shoulders. You might come up a little bit high into your cobra here, or you might feel like you can come all the way into your up-facing dog. So your choice here, shoulders away from the ears. Take one more big breath. And then lifting through the belly to come back into down-facing dog. And holding it here for a few breaths. So whenever we come into our down-facing dog, just trying to slow the breath down. Take that left heel up into your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Come down to that right knee, top of the right foot down. Take the arms up into your Anjaneyasana. Take a moment just to settle in here. Interlace the hands at the base of the head. Once again, try to draw those lower ribs in, using your hands to try to grow out of the waist, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. And then going for that little mini cat-cow action. So we're going to drop the tailbone down, lift the sternum up, take an inhale, and then exhale. Draw the navel in, Curve the upper body down. And then inhale. Maybe letting the hips shift slightly forward. And then exhale. Navel in, C curving the spine. One more time. Inhaling. And exhale. And then extending. Taking a big inhale. Keep dropping that tailbone down. Reaching those hands back and up. Circle the arms all the way down. Frame the front foot. And then straightening into this left leg. Walk your hands back as much as you need to. You're trying to keep those hip bones level. Take an inhale and then exhale. Fold down. Maybe walk your hands forward if that's available. Trying to flex that left foot towards the face. Just using the breath to meet that rising sensation in the body. Particularly through this hamstring, maybe into the outer left part of the glute. And then bending into that front leg. Tuck the back toes under, lift the right knee off, and then stepping forward, Uttanasana. Let the head relax down, and let's bring the feet together side by side here now. Soften through the knees, and take the arms up into your Utkatasana. Arms up alongside the ears. Bend a little bit more into the knees. Shift the weight back into the heels. Bring the palms of hands together into your prayer position. Take an inhale, squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a twist to the right, hooking that left elbow over the right thigh. Using that as leverage to try to turn the shoulders towards the right. Try to not let that left knee slide forward. You might be able to release that left hand down, open that right arm up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale. And then exhale. Folding down. Let those legs straighten up for a moment. Let the head relax. Take an inhale into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep back into your Utkatasana. Take those arms up. Sit down a little bit deeper. Bring the palms of hands back in front of the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hook that right elbow over that left thigh. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Turning the shoulders towards the left. Maybe extending that right hand down as that left arm extends up towards the ceiling. Keep that right knee back. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, folding down. Uttanasana. Let the head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, step back into your plank position. We're going to take a slow lower over a count of 5. Press the backs of the thighs up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. Elbows straight back for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover 1 if you can. Release all the way down. Tops of the feet down. Just take a little moment. You could rest your forehead down onto your hands. Close down the eyes. Let the arms relax. Just noticing and observing the breath. An increase in the heart rate. And then let's bring the head back to center. Bring the legs together. Take those arms back, palms facing down. I'm going to go for our Shalabhasana again, but we're going to take the upper body and the legs up. When you're ready, take the legs up, upper body up. Palms are facing down. Reach the fingertips back. Back of the neck is long. Continue to lift up for 3, 4, 2. Take one more big inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, releasing down. Turn the left cheek onto the mat, big toes together, arms relaxing down by your side. You can close your eyes. Just take a few moments here. And then let's come back to center. You can repeat the Shalabhasana variation or coming into Dhanurasana. So bringing the feet in towards the bottom, holding the tops of the feet just above the ankles, knees stay hip distance apart. And I'm going to start to kick the shin bones back, lift the knees up, lift the chest up, lift the eyes, keep breathing. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, release everything down, release the feet down, and turn the right cheek down onto the mat. Big toes together, arms down by your side. Just letting the breath slow down. Bring the head back to center, hands underneath the shoulders, and press yourself back to your child's pose. Knees together if you can, sitting back towards the heels. You can keep the arms forward or rest your head down onto your hands, or if you feel comfortable, arms down by your side. Just allowing the hips to be heavy. And then let's extend the arms back out in front. Come up into your tabletop position for a moment. Wrists underneath the shoulders. And then take down your forearms. We're going to try to keep the elbows shoulder distance apart and hands shoulder distance apart. Fingers spread. Knees come together, feet together. Tuck the toes under and lifting up into your dolphin. So lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Let the head relax down if you can. You're trying to press down through the forearms. Lift those heels up. Keep the breath going. You're wrapping those armpits in to face one another. So you're trying to resist those elbows sliding out to the side. Keep breathing. Just 3 more full breaths. Draw the belly button in. And then let's come back down to the knees. Release the tops of the feet down. Come back up onto the hands. Knees separate, hip distance apart, coming into down facing dog. Just taking one big breath here. Take the right leg up to your 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Knee to chest. Step that right foot forward in between the hands. Left heel swivels down to the midline of the mat. Coming up to standing, facing the side. So you're trying to get right heel in line with that left heel or in the middle of the foot. Either one's fine. Reach out through the fingertips, palms facing down. So we're going for our Trikonasana. Let that right hip shift slightly, lengthen out through both sides of the waist. Right hand coming down. You can place it on the ankle, definitely not on the knee. Down here or back of the hand to the inside of that right shin. This time with this Trikonasana variation, let's take that left arm behind the back. So you're reaching for the inside of that right thigh and then turn the head to look down towards that right big toe. We're trying to peel open that left shoulder up towards the ceiling. And particularly if you've got your hand down onto the ankle, you want to try to lift away from that hand. Ground down through the base of that right big toe. And then draw the tip of the left shoulder away from the left ear and tuck the right chin in slightly. So it's going to get a bit of a stretch along that left side of the neck, down to the shoulder. One more full breath. And then extend that left arm back up towards the ceiling. Press down through the right foot to come up to standing. Bring the hands to the waist and step that left foot forward just about a foot or foot and a half. Left toes pointing towards the top left-hand corner of the mat. We're just shortening the stance a little bit, both hands to the waist, so you're trying to square off the hips. We're going for our Paschimottanasana, so you can bring the hands into reverse prayer behind the back here. If you can't, just hold on to your forearms or your elbows. So if you can, pressing the palms of the hands together, drop the tailbone down, lift the sternum up, take an inhale. Exhale, lengthen out through both sides of the waist. Crown is reaching forward. Inner edges of the hands pressing together. Try to draw that right outer hip back. Engage through the navel in and up towards the spine. And take one more full breath.
Then gently release those hands, bend through that right knee, bring the hands down, framing the front foot. Step back into your sprinter's lunge, and then take the right leg back into three-legged dog. Take an inhale. Keep the leg up as you come forward into your plank position. Tap the right knee towards the right upper arm. Take it back, three-legged dog. Inhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And you can just bring that right hand in a little bit. Walk the right foot in as well. Drop that left knee down, release the top of that left foot down. We're just going to hold here in our lizard variation for a couple of breaths. Shoulders away from the ears. So allowing that left hip to be heavy down towards the mat. And then tucking the back foot under, lifting the knee off, step back into your down dog. Just one breath here. Taking that left heel up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, stepping it forward in between the hands. Right heel down to the midline of the mat and coming up to standing. Shoulders over the hips, palms facing down. Inhale, exhale, let that left hip shift back slightly, lengthening out through both sides of the waist. So remember, not on the knee. You could be above the knee, below the knee, or if you can, ankle and or back of that left hand to the inside of the shin. And this time we're going to take that right arm behind the back, reaching for the inside of that left thigh, and then turn the eyes to look down towards that left big toe. We're peeling that right shoulder back and up towards the ceiling. And then draw the tip of that right shoulder away from the ear, the right ear, and tuck the chin in ever so slightly. So really trying to open up that right side of the neck down to the outer shoulder. Release that back arm back up towards the ceiling. Press down to that left foot to come up to standing. Inhale. Hands to the waist. Step that right foot in about a foot. Turning it slightly so it orients towards the top right hand corner of the mat. Draw that right hip forward. Either taking hold of the forearms or the elbows, or press the palms of the hands together into your reverse prayer position again. Press down through the feet, drop the tailbone down, lift the sternum up, inhale. Exhale, lengthening out and forward over that front leg, crown of the head reaching forward. Keep pressing the palms of the hands together if they're in your prayer position. Engage that left quadricep, draw the left hip back, take one more full breath. Gently release those hands, soften into that front knee, step back into your sprinter's lunge with that right foot. Take the left leg back into three-legged dog. Inhale, keep the leg up as you come forward into your plank position. Tap the left knee to the left upper arm. Take it back, three-legged dog. Inhale, step it to the outside of the left hand. Bring that left hand in a little bit, drop that right knee down, release the top of the right foot down. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Hugging that inner left thigh in towards the side of the body. Allowing that right hip to be heavy. And then tuck the back toes under, lift the right knee off, step back, down facing dog. And just taking a breath here. Try to strain those arms, press down through the inner edges of the hands. And then come back down to the knees into your Japanese seated position for a moment. Feet together, sitting back towards the heels, cupping the left hand into the right, tips of the thumbs lightly touching, just closing down the eyes for a few moments. Crown of the head reaching up. And then opening the eyes back up again, just sitting over to one side, and then let's extend those legs out long in front. So it's almost as if we're going to set up for our Paschimottanasana or our forward fold. We're just going to do a slightly different variation here today that's more targeted to in between the shoulder blades into that upper shoulder. Cross the right foot over the left. You want to keep both feet flexed. If you can't reach your foot, you might just hold on to your shin or your calf or even use a strap. If you can, we're going to hold over the top of the right foot. And we're not going for a really deep forward fold here.
Left hand can stay by your side. And we're going to press that right foot into the right hand and then equally draw that right shoulder back. So we're actually curving through the upper body here. Draw that belly button in. So press into that right hand and pull back through the right shoulder. Just find the breath. Just one more press into that right hand, draw back through the right shoulder, and then let's release that and we'll swap it around. So cross the left foot over the right, flexing both feet. Right hand can stay by your side. Left hand up and over the foot if you can, otherwise holding on to where's possible. And then we're going to actively press the foot into the hand, but then we're going to pull back with that left shoulder. So we're creating a counter action there. Keep drawing the navel in, keep breathing. Press into that left hand, draw back through the left shoulder. Easy breathing. One more time, pressing into that left hand and drawing back through the left shoulder. And then inhale, coming back up. And then lying down on your back. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees dropping open wide, arms down by your side. Lift the shoulders up and slide the shoulder blades down the back. Just feeling the flatness of the shoulder blades settling down to the mat. You can close the eyes. Just allowing the breath to deepen, especially now that we've come down onto your back. Feeling the back surface of the body, just surrender. And then let's bring the knees back up towards the ceiling and extend the legs all the way long into your Shavasana. And you let the feet fall away from one another. With each exhale, feeling the body get a little bit heavier and a little bit softer. The muscles of the face release. It's the forehead, the jaw, the back of the throat. Soft belly and soft breath. So allowing the breath to just settle back into its natural rhythm. It's coming to complete rest. So please feel free to stay here for as long as you can, as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I'll see you next time. Namaste.